Hello everyone, today we're here with Mr. Kevin, a former military police, and we're gonna ask him some questions. Hello.
Hi.
So we have our first question. What were your thoughts during the war?
Well, I wasn't necessarily thinking, but I did have many emotions coursing through my body all the time. When I went to war, everything I felt was emotion, feelings, and pressure.
Oh, I see. And was it your decision to enlist in the army?
Now, I was drafted on July 29, 1941. I got a letter from the government, and, well, there was a choice. I had to do it.
Yeah, I see. And do you recall your first days in service?
Of course. I didn't do much, though. It was mostly training and exercises. Our drill sergeant wanted us to get fit for the time to come.
Oh, right. And how old were you when you joined the service?
I was 20 years old.
You were quite young, actually. And do you remember your instructors?
I only remember that we hated them. However, their training did manage to keep most of us alive.
I see. And what was your job there? What were you?
I was an MP, military police. My job was to keep the peace within the ranks of the army.
And was your line of work even more dangerous than a regular grunts?
No, it was even less so, actually. I never got into the thick of combat.
And did you make any close friendships during the war?
As a matter of fact, I did. Josh Merrill, 5'6". He wasn't very tall, but he was a smart man.
Did you suffer from post-traumatic stress after the war was won?
No, I did not suffer that. I was an MP, but I didn't see the worst things. I never got into real combat, as I said.
And how was your family affected from you leaving to the war?
Well, my father was okay with the idea of me leaving, but my mother was not. My brother and sister were worried, but that's it.
And did they object? Your family?
My mother did at first, but she was okay with the idea that I was going to be in military police.
And during the war, did you use any gun?
Well, I took a few shots with my rifle, but that's about it. As I said before, I did not get into combat.
This is a pretty interesting question. So, do you think that the US participation in World War II was significant to its outcome?
Yes, I do. I think that our intervention was the decisive factor in who won the war. Without the US, the Allies would have not been able to push Germany back within its borders.
And where did you stay or live during the war?
I was stationed at Paris.
What was your food like? Did you always have enough food?
The grub was horrible. We didn't always even have enough to feed ourselves. Many people got stomachache after eating lunch.
Right, and now I'd like to know what were your most memorable experiences?
There was this one time we had orders not to, just get around Japanese officers. I was walking down a road, and I saw some high-ranking Japanese officers, and one of them was holding a sword. Two of those 3 Japanese officers were kneeling, and just like that, the third one, he just lopped their heads off. It was some sort of ritual punishment. And then, well, he just got rid of the heads.
Whoa, that sounds horrible. So where did you travel while you were in the service?
I trained in Fort McHenry, Baltimore. The MP moved to Burma Road that linked Burma with the southwest of China. We were supposed to assist in traffic operations, and we also supported logistics during the Normandy operations.
And what did you do on your last day of service?
I went out to drink with my newfound family, brothers and in arms. Yes.
What were your real feelings about the war? Did you really want to fight?
Of course not. We weren't even supposed to be there. Nobody wanted to fight. But it was our duty to defend our country.
And last but not least, having lived a war at first sight, why do you think people still fight each other if we are all equal?
Because it's human nature. Humans will always find enough excuse just to jump at each other's throats. Sometimes it's power, sometimes it's resources, mostly politics.
Thanks, Mr. Winter. That'd be all.
You're welcome.